At around 12 a.m., I get a pop-up on my phone saying, "Congratulations, you are now verified on Twitter."
I can't say.
I could not believe it. I thought it is some kind of a prank. I'm actually dreaming and something is not real, or I don't know. Basically, it's just not happening, you know.
Just feel so lucky.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jen, and if you're watching me for the first time, I create videos on life and life stories. That is why it's called Jen Stories. Please do subscribe to my channel so that you can see a lot more of my stories and what happens with me and my life. Today we have another chapter of this exciting storybook, and in today's chapter I am going to talk about my Twitter journey to verification. Yes.
All the good times just begun.
The day I was verified on Twitter, I got this notification at around 12 a.m. on a Monday. So yeah, it was like a Sunday night, Monday morning, midnight, whatever. At around 12 a.m., I get a pop-up, that's a notification on my phone saying, "Congratulations, you are now verified on Twitter." And I could not believe it. For a good 5 to 10 minutes, I could absolutely not believe it. I thought it is some kind of a prank, or I am actually dreaming and something is not real. Maybe it is a glitch, or I don't know. Basically, it's just not happening, you know. That was my first reaction. Like, not that I'm not confident on myself, but it's just, you know, I did not expect it, and neither did I anticipate it. I surely would have manifested it, but at that point it just felt quite unreal and surreal, if I could use that word also. So yeah, it was a very beautiful feeling. And I'm not saying that you need to be verified or have a blue tick on any of your social channels or anywhere for you to feel good, or for you to feel confident, or like you have achieved something in life. Absolutely not. It's just a way platforms function and help others know that this person might have a lot of fake profiles, not talking about me but in general, but this is their original account. So that's all it signifies. It does not make anyone superior or the other person inferior or any such thing. So everyone is equal and everyone has, you know, equal rights to be happy, irrespective of getting a blue tick or, you know, any such achievements, I would say, or any such parameters that we usually judge ourselves upon. So this disclaimer is very important before I begin on my journey, because you should never judge yourself, or you should never think of yourself as different or as inferior just on the basis of these factors, because these will never determine anything. You know, you are amazing, and you have all the resources in the world to achieve anything and everything you want to achieve in life. Never get deterred by all these things. But yeah, if you have achieved any of these things, do celebrate. But if you haven't, then even that's okay. You're still amazing. Now I would go through the entire process. So the way I went about asking for verification is, Twitter usually rolls out their verification opportunities, that is their applications. When are they inviting applications for verification? They usually do it periodically. I am not sure if they are doing it right now, but they did open it back in around May June 2021. So that is when I just went around seeing what that application form looks like. So basically you just go on your Twitter profile, and then you will see a request for verification. You'll just see that thing written there, and once you see request for verification, just go on and click on it, and then a form basically loads, which has a few data points that you need to enter. That has your what are you basically known as, if you have a famous name which people know you by, then you can just add that, and a few links that you need to add of you, wherein you are mentioned in probably a news site or a blog or any credible source, which is not spam but something which is noteworthy and which tells the Twitter team that you are a significant personality, or you might have a lot of fakes going around, or in the future they might come up. So that is why you need to be verified, so that people know that this is the only original account. So you just need to give a few different links to show that. And apart from that, you need to submit a ID proof of yourself, a government issued ID proof, which tells them it's you only, right? So for other fields, you know that I just wrote my name. I didn't write any other name. It's just my name, which I'm known as. And I gave in one of my ID cards, I think an Aadhaar, either Aadhaar or my passport. And for links, I have been mentioned in a couple of places wherein I just gave those links, and also the link to my blog. And yeah, so that's all I think I did. You can also go and check on Google Trends if your name pops up, and if you have noteworthy mentions over there, then you can do that. And apart from that, whatever you think is going to hold you in good shape, you can submit those links. There is no hard and fast rule that you need to submit links from any particular website only if they have mentioned you. It can be anything. It should basically just tell them that you are a recognized personality. Okay, so yeah, and it's just very simple. And then you submit your form, and then they take around 2 to 3 weeks, maybe lesser, maybe longer, depends. And if you're verified, they just send you a message. If you're not, then also you get a message saying it's not happening this time, but in the future you can apply again. So yeah, so this is all that you have to do. There's nothing else, right? The next step is, what should you do to get verified?
I can't stay.
Firstly, always build your profile on various other platforms and not just on Twitter. This goes for every platform that is there. You should always be available in multiple places. It's like diversifying reach. You should always ensure that you are giving efforts in not just one place. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, okay? Because that helps you in case in the future if one platform does not do well or something happens, you always have another platform, another audience, or another set of audience, or the same set of audience in a different place where you can continue your journey, and you are not too much dependent on just one place, one source for your happiness or your lifestyle. So it's very important to have your presence in various places, maybe Instagram, maybe Facebook, YouTube, a blog, or anything that you feel is going to add value. So once you have your presence felt on any of these extra platforms, it will help show your credibility also. And in case you have good amount of followers and reach and engagement in either of those platforms along with Twitter, that also helps. Okay, so now secondly, always ensure that you do not have any negative things written or any blocks or any warnings or sort of things that are given out by Twitter in the past, because of probably you used a hate word, or you've did something which was against their policies. So never do something that's not in the Twitter policies, which includes respecting people. So ensure that you're doing all these things also, because if you have violated any of those policies in the past, then it might get a little tricky for you to be verified. Okay, so at least in the past 6 months to 1 year, make sure there are no serious Twitter policy violations that you have done, just so that you are holding a good space to get verified. Okay, then thirdly, always keep your profile updated. That is your basic image, profile image, your bio, the email ID, phone number. You do not have to make it public, just keep it updated. Your website and whatever the basic profile needs are, always update those. And and do not keep it private if you want to get it verified. I'm not sure if private accounts get verified, but I would not do that. Okay, and tweet, retweet, do some activity on Twitter, some legitimate activity. Make sure that you appear as active. You don't have to do a lot of multiple tweets every day, maybe just 1 or 2 tweets here and there, to make sure that at least in the past 6 months you have been active and this is not a dormant account. Okay, so keep yourself active, show them that you love their platform and you want to be there, and that is why you are also asking for verification. Quickly going through my journey on Twitter. So I joined Twitter back in 2012, 11 or 12. I was just completing my 12th and soon getting into college, and so that time I didn't know anything about Twitter or any of these things, and the only motivation I had was I just wanted some time to distract myself from the studies and everything. And I also wanted, so I've always been a cricket fan, and back then Dhoni was the captain and I admired him a lot. And a lot of news articles would go around saying they have tweeted this and this is going around in the Twitter circle, and something. Twitter used to come a lot in conversations back then. So I had this thing in my mind that maybe if I make an account on Twitter, I can get to tweet or talk to Dhoni or maybe to any of those cricketers whom I admire. So this was one motivation I had, and probably the only motivation I had back then, apart from obviously getting some time off studies. So that is why I just went on to Twitter and made an account. So basically for the first few days I did not understand anything. It was too complex for me back then. I did not understand what a tweet is, what do you mean by favorite, what is a retweet, what am I supposed to do, how am I supposed to talk to any of these people. But somehow obviously you figure out once you start learning the ropes. Then I did figure it out, and I also sent a few tweets to them, but obviously they did not reply. And I was like quite disappointed, and I just left it there. And for a long time I did not go back to Twitter. But then I think around a year later, when I was in college and I had a lot of time on my hands, I just decided to go and check what is happening there. And this time I understood a lot of it better. And funnily and strangely, I discovered a thing called contests. So I saw a couple of contests going around and people getting free stuff out of these contests. And these were not just some merchandise. These are some really good gifts like hotel stays, return tickets, flight tickets, all expense paid trips, international trips, iPhones, and a lot of things. And I was like, you can get all these things. And initially I was a little scared, I'm not going to lie, but then I was like, let me just try once. Everybody loves gifts that come for free. I mean, you have to play the contest and give in a bit of effort, but it's okay. I mean, if you like doing it, then why not, right? And if it's not wrong in any way. So I just played a contest. The first contest was for a makeup brand, and the prize was nail art stickers or something, and nail paints. And I won that contest, and the feeling was like amazing. But I did not know if it will actually arrive or what is going to happen. But it did arrive, and it was like I was actually discovering so many gems out of this place. You know, it was like I've opened a good box, which is only, you know, showing miracles to me. Because back then it was like a miraculous discovery. I mean, there is just a platform, just something on the internet wherein I just go and play some contests and get to talk to a lot of people, and also get a lot of free stuff. I mean, all just playing a contest, right? Just sitting at home and not doing anything. I'm not going out and buying a lottery ticket for myself or anything. And it's also transparent. I know what's happening. I know who's winning. I know how many days the contest is. I know when the results are going to come out. So it all feels good also at the same time. So yeah, I actually went around for 2 years playing contests along with my college, and I played a lot of contests. I lost a lot of them, I won a lot of them, and I also won a all expense paid trip to Dubai and Abu Dhabi to watch Rajasthan Royals play in the IPL. And that match went down to the super over, and Rajasthan won it. And I was in the stadium, the first ever cricket match I watched, and that too was an all sponsored one. And I was staying in a hotel with the Rajasthan Royals team, and I also got to meet them. They were just was having my dinner, and Dravid and a few of the players from the Rajasthan Royals team, Faulkner, Steve Smith, and Shane Watson, and his wife and child, they came in to have dinner and sat at the table just beside me. And I was like, oh my god, because I did not get a chance to meet them because they were playing and they have practice sessions before and interviews and all of those things, post match presentation ceremony and everything. So you don't get time to do that at that time in the stadium. Just didn't know if I would ever get a chance to actually meet them in person because they were in their respective rooms and all of that. Somehow luckily they just came in to eat at that time when I was there, and just sat there, and I luckily I had my camera with me. I don't know why I took my camera there at that time, but it was just, I think, destined to be. So I just quickly finished my dinner and then went up to them and just spoke to them, and then clicked a picture, which is a very, very cherished memory for me. And they were all so sweet, so humble, and they actually asked me which contest was it and what was the contest like, how was your experience today, and how has your entire experience been like flying down to Dubai, and also the match, how did you like it. And we had a very short but sweet and interesting conversation, and it was a very, very, very beautiful time. So all of this happened because on that one day when I was bored and wanted a distraction from my school life and studies, I decided to join Twitter. That one decision, which I had absolutely no clue where it will take me, it actually took me places. It literally took me places, and I'm just so excited even when I'm looking back to this journey obviously did not it was not all roses. There are always thorns when there are roses, right? So with light comes darkness. So yeah, so there have been times when I've been very disappointed. I have actually given my lot to place contests, but did not win it. And even the trip, there was a contest which I won before the Rajasthan Royals won, and even that was for Dubai trip. But at the last moment, things actually went haywire, and somehow I just could not go, and I was absolutely disappointed and so sad that I could not go. And I was actually crying for days after that. But I did not stop trying. I played every contest which I got after that. I was like, okay, this did not happen, but the next one I win, I am going to go for sure. And I kept playing, kept participating, kept giving my 100%. And it took around 3 to 4 months after that, but I won a contest, a bigger one, a better one, and I think it was worth the wait. So yeah, it has actually taught me a lot of life lessons also, that when one thing does not happen, then you have to have patience and never stop trying, never stop believing, keep working hard, and you will be blessed with a bigger and a better opportunity. It always happens like that. So yeah, and the best part is I made a lot of friends. My fellow contest players back then, now all of them are actually running agencies and running all these contests which they were participating in. Some of them have moved on to different jobs, other jobs, not the ones in social marketing, but it has been a journey. All of those people, I'm still in touch with most of them, and some of them we might not talk often, but whenever I do, or whenever I see a picture of them being shared on my feed, I feel so happy, and it just gives me so much of positive vibes because of the journey we have shared. It was quite unconventional. It's not a regular 9 to 5 job journey or a college journey. It's quite a different journey. You become friends while playing contests. Something that's quite unheard of and quite amusing. But that's me, and that's my life. I told you my story is different. So yeah. So this after contest, I also won a contest wherein I went to Malaysia to watch WWE live, and that was another exciting time of my life. First time I'm watching WWE live, and that in Kuala Lumpur, and what a journey I've had. And I won an iPhone 5, which was like, oh my god. So and I won a lot of other things also, but these three have been the highlight of my contest prizes. And apart from that, and now I have actually stopped playing contests, but if I see one which I cannot resist, then I do play. But now I've lost that streak of winning, but I still do participate whenever I get the time, and whenever I see an opportunity. To contests, I also organized a couple of them for my friends and for the agencies which reached out to me. So I started becoming a contest organizer after becoming a contest player. So that was a upward journey for me, and from there my college ended and I moved on to the working world. So and also I told you I joined Twitter because I wanted a reply from MS Dhoni. It actually arrived. So I was having one random conversation with a fellow Twitterati, a fellow Twitter player, and wherein we were talking about the Candy Crush level we were on. So I just tagged Dhoni, asking Dhoni, which level of Candy Crush are you on? I am on this level. I'll add that tweet somewhere. and he actually replied and he said, I am on this particular level. And I'm like, you what? Firstly, I didn't know he plays Candy Crush. I mean, he might, but I didn't know. And secondly, I didn't know that he's going to reply with what level he's on. Okay, so I think he saw a lot of other tweets which I used to keep doing, and back then there were not many people on Twitter, so I was like hardly couple of them. So probably he did notice it, and then he finally replied, and I was like, the one thing which I joined this platform for has actually arrived, maybe years later, and not in the way I expected, but yeah. So my it's like my biggest dream there was achieved. And so yeah, that was just another highlight of my journey. And then I would say now I am just on Twitter mainly for consuming content. I get a lot of different information from there. What is happening in the crypto space, what is happening in the government space, or what is happening basically just around us. And people talk a lot of their interest, their passion, what they are building. And Twitter spaces is very lively right now. So I get to learn a lot basically from Twitter and from people on Twitter, which is a very, very good source of education for me, because you should always keep learning. So that is what I use it for now. Looking back, I joined Twitter in around 2011 or 12, and 2021 is when I got verified. Before that, I did apply for verification once, but back then I did not get verified, but now I did. So again, you should always keep trying and never stop working hard. So it's been around 10 years for me to get verified on Twitter and have a lot of varied experiences, which makes it a very, very special place for me. Irrespective, even if I didn't get verified, I have always had a lot of gratitude for this community, which is Twitter. And yeah, so that has been my journey. I just wanted to keep this heart to heart and not make it too overly complicated, telling you about the process and just about the jargons and everything, because all of that you are going to find on the website which Twitter has, and also a lot of other people are going to tell you on how to build a good profile for yourself. And I might cover that, but in a different video. This video was all about me talking about my journey on Twitter and how it has been a wonderful place for me, and it can be for you too, and how I have discovered so many things, so many amazing things, like contests and getting a response from Dhoni, meeting friends, making friends for a lifetime, and all of these in a very unusual space, in a place where I did not plan or intend to find any of these, right? So it's always good to let life surprise you, and never stop believing in miracles. Never go into a place thinking that this is not going to work out, or this does not look like magic to me, because you never know where magic is, and you never know where you will find it. It is always there in the most unusual places and on the most unusual days at the most unusual time. That is when the actual magic happens, and it makes you go awestruck. That is what life is all about. So any second can be magical. Maybe the next second is going to be a blessing for you. Something amazing is going to just arrive for you. You just don't know, right? So all I'm saying is, go with an open heart wherever you are going, wherever you are, even on Zoom, in a virtual space. Always be open to challenges, always be open to new things, because you just don't know where a miracle is going to find you, right? So this was my journey, and very important, be authentic, be real, be you. Do not copy anybody else, because what you are, nobody else is, and nobody else has that. Okay, cherish the real you, be confident, and always look for miracles, because they are going to find you. So on this note, I hope you liked my Twitter journey, and I hope you found some inspiration from it and also amusement. So if you did like my video and my journey, please do like this video, subscribe to my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel. I make these videos with a lot of love and a lot of good energies for you, just to share my story. Every time you subscribe, I feel even better and even more energetic and even more positive, and want to keep creating these videos, which takes a lot of effort, and every subscription gives me that energy to go forth and make that effort for you. So please do subscribe and leave a comment below, talking to me about your favorite part or what you want to watch next, or anything, leaving it open for you guys to talk about anything, whatever you want to tell me. Please do subscribe to my channel and stay connected, because my next video is also coming up very, very, very soon. I'm going to see you again. Till then, take care and have a great day ahead. I love you all.